Hey guys, just a really quick heads up. This is going to be a little edited a little bit differently than usual. It'll still be kind of the same style, but there was an issue where we started the Jade Chamber quest, but then I had to diverge for a little bit to start another quest to go get Xingqiu so that we could continue. So part of it will be from another stream, and then the back half of it will be from the rest of the stream where we actually finish the quest. So I hope you still enjoy it, and let's go explore Liyue some more.
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago.
I believe
it
that.
Just wasn't selling.
I fully believe that.
But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting. Bummer.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and the result wasn't really much of a guide.
Oh.
It barely sold any
Yeah,
copies,
I get that.
And the few travelers that did buy it made complaints afterward.
Hi, Anna. It's probably at the talk to the first part of the story quest because he's about to show up. I mean, hopefully it's just that, and then we can get back to...
The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
Jade Chamber stuff.
That I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Xingqiu village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books.
Okay.
He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books?
Oh, look. It's you! I know who this is.
Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection?
Who are you?
Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Xingqiu, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by.
Okay.
Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Xingqiu and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth?
Sure.
My pleasure, fellow book lover.
Bookworm Swordsman. There's a ladder right over here, so this won't be a huge pain, hopefully.
The heavens are smiting me. Smiting me to smithereens.
What an introduction. Okay.
Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books.
I thought you were nice if we talked about books.
After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me.
Okay.
To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means?
You're sad you've got nothing to read now?
That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them.
So you are
now
sad.
They're gone. Gone, I tell you.
So you are sad.
It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go.
He a little
Please
rude,
tell
huh?
me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd?
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good taste, my boy.
That's an oof, right?
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works. Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes,
I love that we're just in the
that's right.
presence
How
of
did I
bookworms.
forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that
I
work
love.
is so rare.
I love.
I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes, it is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang.
Oh, well.
You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the Corlapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
I mess with the Fatui all the time.
You again.
You're fine.
But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
Oh, this guy's a menace.
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
I love
My
this
liege,
attempt.
I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now. Who were you supposed to be then, huh? Some sort of Guhua messiah?
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Yo, he's
Get
reading
load
this
of
man to
this
filth,
guy.
and I love it.
Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me.
Oh yeah, we
And
fight
you,
Fatui like
Chang,
regularly.
You're selling that Corlapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger.
God.
My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Bestie, he just had his life threatened.
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
I mean, I don't blame you for that.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
Oh, you're reading. I thought he had his arms crossed. I was like, what are you doing?
So, you like reading, huh? Mr. 5-second hero?
Are you mad?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Wait, why are we mad right now?
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in
Xingqiu,
there?
excuse me, not Xinqiu.
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
The guy back at Chang the Ninth was pretty bossy.
How can they bully poor old Chang the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
So I guess we're scrapping Operation Liu, a travel guide?
Why do you give up on your book search so lightly?
Because there are other
Now
priorities.
you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Chang the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness.
I mean, I
It
believe
is
you.
the just thing to do.
We have
I
no
will be
reason to not believe
custodian of
this.
book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection.
You don't have a plan at all,
Of
do
course
you?
I do. An initial plan, anyway.
Ah, fair.
I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts.
First of all, I've never seen one of these up close. Or one of these, like, character models up close. And I like the face mask a lot. She's really fucking neat. But also, you gotta chill, my guy. Like, did you... Like, are you okay? Do you need to, like, talk it out?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Guhua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
Are you 11? Or elementary school? Do you think that that's funny? Do you think you're funny, Best? Are you okay? Do you think that you're some big bad villain because you came up insulting a bunch of, like, people who look half your age? Threatening them because you get off. Like, I don't understand this archetype. They're so mean, and then they think they're really fucking funny when they're just not, and I don't know. To be clear, this is fine, because we're probably beating the shit out of them later. I'm just shitposting on, like, this kind of character.
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Buffoon.
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader, especially when the one you seek to threaten is one to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all, but you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Guhua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Okay. I'm just so non-threatened by this man after fighting shit like Child.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Swirl, Mark 2.
Power the killer python!
Like, hello. Don't get me wrong, I probably could have done this without burning a burst, or 3 bursts. I just don't care.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Ooh.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson?
More to Gua than meets the eye.
No, you misunderstand. That fellow has a foul mouth, to be sure. But his assessment of the state of the Guhua clan is, well, not exactly incorrect, I suppose.
Yikes, that sucks. I'm
Though
so
I long
sorry,
to restore
bestie.
Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily.
This is some leeway shit through and through.
It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words.
I mean, the lightning
There
chick is
must be a
Fatui,
deeper
right?
level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
Sure.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do? Are you sure you're not just using us as your errand runners?
That's entirely possible.
Wow. So that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
I like him a lot.
This guy is
No,
so
I love him.
annoying.
Stop.
Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face.
No, he's adorable. Paimon. He's so cute.
Fine. But, as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him.
That's not nearly as deserved for him as he did as it was
He
for
shall be known
Venti.
as Guhua Geek.
Paimon, it's okay.
You go first. No need to wait for me. One more page and I'll go and stretch my legs. Just one last page.
I do feel the need to hit this button for Adventure Ring 35. Yeah.
Who goes there?
Both of these are lies, question mark? Drenchery Maokai. Do I know this name? These both feel like lies. This is obviously not true.
How strange. We're not on the guest list.
I didn't think we
The
were.
Master's dealing with some urgent business today. All prior appointments have been canceled.
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone.
Just anyone. Are you saying we're not his VIP
No,
clients?
I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me.
This is so mean. We are lying to this man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Xingqiu kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you.
This is so mean.
Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on our minds when my master
This is so
busy
mean.
negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Why?
Thank you, thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Why did we do
Nice
that?
work. Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator.
I was
Is
just
that
bluffing.
so? Now Paimon knows not to let your wily ways get the better of her in the future. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui.
This could work in our favor.
In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Xingqiu kiosk.
Whoa.
Seems business is booming at the Xingqiu kiosk.
Are you shitting
No one
me?
should notice if we blend in there. But either way, it...
What quest do I need to do this? On the stage, behind the stage? God.
If we want to know what kind of
hate this
shady
fucking
business they're
game.
up to, we better be careful.
Okay. Back to what I wanted to be doing.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
This is aggressive.
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, is all. We haven't managed to purchase the core lapis yet. But it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. But if it is not completed in time, you may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection. You know I would not dream of disappointing you, don't you?
This just sounds like
We
a toxic
shall see when the
relationship.
time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So,
We should not
Mr.
talk
Chang's
here.
room outside is
We should
colluding
leave.
with the Fatui.
We should not talk
Who
here.
knows if Gua Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him?
We should leave. Is what we should do.
You said you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of mystery. When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book.
We know what Gentry Maokai's up to now.
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please deliver this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. They will know what to do.
Someone had a question about where to find a resource.
For reasons that I cannot explain, I will be unable to join you. There is no need for you to read the contents of the letter. When the time comes...
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read. Paimon can't make heads or tails of it.
Oh my gosh. Does secret text that needs a cipher, perhaps? Or do you just have Garbo handwriting?
Why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can understand it.
Okay.
But why would you want to get them involved? They're one of the bigwig commerce guilds in Liyue. Why would they want to help us?
What is the Commerce
Since we
Guild?
got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems they oversee a lot of business that goes on around here.
Oh, okay.
Having such big
So they're,
backing
yeah,
would be
that makes
great and
sense.
all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action.
I mean, I hope so.
Gentry Maotsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. This is something we cannot do on our own.
Okay.
Also, I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement in this.
Still don't know why, but okay.
You're only doing this to try and help Chang the Ninth, right?
To silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. This is the chivalrous thing to do. To savor the memory is ample reward.
But you still have to
Each
finish
droplet
it.
of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude. I seek neither praise nor reward.
That sounds very lovely. But be honest, you just want them to do it so you can carry on reading your book, don't you?
Look.
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Someone from the guild should be able to receive you near Lioli Pavilion.
Hey, stop ignoring Paimon!
Look, I know what it's like to get sucked into a good book. I completely understand.
Excuse us, we come bearing news of a matter requiring your assistance. It's all in this letter.
A letter? Oh, I see. This again.
His voice is familiar. Again?
Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating. Let me give this a read.
Can we actually read this thing? Is it even written in the common tongue?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated.
Yes, it is.
Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight.
Wait, what?
Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare.
Oh,
Please take
okay.
a seat here in Lioli Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while taking in the ocean view. Consider it a small token of our esteem.
I mean, I would love that, to be honest.
They're giving us the VIP treatment.
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace us with their presence, far be it from us to shirk our duty to them. Please, this way.
I don't really know why I'm an honored guest, but cool. I never get used to that loading screen. I'm sure y'all are sick of seeing me flinch at it, but like, it's so bright, man.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door.
Oh, this is
Paimon
nice.
didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
I'm not sure he does.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Maotsai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Maotsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liyue. That will put him in a rather sticky situation.
No shit, I would pay money for a dark mode in Genshin. I really would. Hello, not Allah? I'm so sorry, I just said your name 3 different ways. Hopefully one of them was correct. Welcome in.
Deprived of the necessary raw materials, Even the best craftsperson in Teyvat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liyue is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every last bit of core lapis in the harbor?
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further cooperation in the matter.
I'm glad you know what the letter said.
There are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked their respective locations on your map. There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. You will need to purchase that too. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city, another one at the chasm, and then Chang the Ninth. Roger that!
Of course, we are not expecting you to cover the costs.
Wow!
I certainly
so
hope not.
many more! With cash like this, Paimon could rent out Lioli Pavilion and eat there for a whole month!
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just par for the course now. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse, where you can see the rest of the plan unfold.
Okay.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in a fantasy world. Let's do this in the order that got...
You know, just monopolize the industry. I mean, if the plan works, I guess. I don't know, man. Nah, the guy who plays Sue in that, just his voice is familiar. Take all your core lapis.
That's sad. None are in writing. The buyers are being incredibly indecisive. Oh, it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild? Seems business trends are about to change in Liyue. Oh, nothing. Just talking to myself. Come, let us sign a contract. Don't worry about my prior client. He hadn't made any down payments or anything. Quite common in the industry. Thank you for your patronage. We hope the Feiyun Commerce Guild will continue to do business with us.
Saying that we're from the Commerce Guild, I think, is going to be literally the only reason this works.
Good day, my friend. My apologies, but I'm out of stock at the moment. Please try again next time.
Are you out of core lapis
I thought
too?
you were here to purchase Snezhnayan products. No, that I still have. Although I ship it all to factories in Snezhnaya. I don't do retail. Too much hassle, not enough return. Sorry.
I mean, sure. So you're rejecting the Commerce Guild's business?
No. Give me a second to think. All right.
I love throwing that name around.
Need you to sign for it. Clearly no shortage of cash flow in Liyue.
True. Where am I go? Oh. Oh, it's Flower Man? Why do you have core lapis?
Shh, keep your voice down. All of it? Though my business may not seem so big, I should warn you that I can get what you need, both legitimately and not so legitimately. Best you give me an actual number. All of it would be far more than you actually want.
Feiyun Commerce Guild only
What
ever does
are you
legal business.
saying? Of course my business is all above board.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Feiyun Commerce Guild,
You're the one who implied that.
If it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, then sign on the dotted line, and I'll start getting things in order right away.
Cool. Go to the chasm and buy core lapis. Oh, is that where the chasm is? I haven't done anything with the chasm yet.
Hello there. Are you in charge of the core lapis here?
Aha, finally. I thought you might come. I hear the Feiyun Commerce Guild has been buying up all the core lapis stock in Liyue Harbor.
That's correct.
As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. It's all yours, if you name the right price.
How much does it cost
The original
exactly?
buyer's price was already quite high, so... The best I can do is 7 million mora.
Are you serious? We spent less than 2 million more on the rest of Liyue's stock put together.
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so it has to be worth my while.
It's poor form to just raise the price without good
Look,
grounds.
you have your problems to deal with and I have mine. You can take it or leave it. So if you're not buying, please leave me alone.
All right. We'll pay, even if it is a ridiculous price. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman at 4 times the normal price in the future.
Wait, surely there's no need for that.
The Commerce Guild is super loaded. However, this man is literally nuts for trying to charge us that much.
Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
Because you're still being
It might be the
Garbo.
guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we spent so much in one go.
Exactly.
If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say you gouged us over the price.
I mean, that is literally what's happening.
I understand. I'm sorry, please. I don't want any trouble with the guild. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the delivery of this batch.
Of course.
Several carts were ambushed by hilly churls. I don't know where exactly, but if I can't retrieve the goods, I can't sell them to you either. So maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be 5 of them in total. If you can find them all and tell me where they are, I'll sign the contract right away.
Market price?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, I do hope to carry on doing business in Liyue in the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's that then. Well, no time to lose. Come on.
Okie doke.
Off we go.
That's it, all right. Another one. Oh, yeah. We make a note of the location. Let Paimon see.
See, this is when these quests do the thing. There's only one more to find. And now it's gonna be a pain in my ass to find it. I can feel it.
Here we go. Quick, make a note. That guy said there were 5
Okay.
carts in total, so that should be all of them.
Let's get back.
Here, we've made a note of the carts' locations. All 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official. I also hope you could put in a good word with your boss for me.
Sure, dude.
And dusted. Yeah.
How did you know that bluff would work?
Knack for this business malarkey, don't you think? Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl to Chain the Ninth's place.
I have a feeling Paimon is actually the evil main character. Yeah, Paimon's the secret antagonist of all of Genshin Impact. God, that would be a time. Paimon's growing on me a little bit. Emphasis on a little bit, but a little bit.
Just who I was hoping to see. I was just thinking to myself, Gentry Mount-sized thugs have been mysteriously absent for a while now. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Oh, don't worry.
Maybe.
You won't be hearing from them again.
Oh? What happened?
Prepping, rigging a model, and doing art things. Please. If you want to chat about Twitch stuff, feel free to message one of our multiple group chats.
Huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? Appearances can be deceiving, that's for sure. But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off, and even then I'm only breaking even.
I don't think we're gonna make you do that.
We'll take it at the market rate.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down?
No.
What's going on? If I died and gone to heaven?
We're not from Liyue,
I can't believe
bestie.
it. I will make a profit on this batch after all. But Gentry Mount-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold it.
Don't worry about that yet.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother you again.
Rest assured, you are safe selling to us.
Okay, then. My situation can hardly get worse from here in any case. But tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
We'll send someone to collect the goods later.
Thank you a million times over. I really don't know what to say.
Don't thank us yet. Wait until we've finished at
Always get what's
least.
coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty people. Anyway, let's get going, because apparently we have a show to watch at the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Okay.
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be complete without you two here as audience.
You better believe it. We're the ones who've been doing all the work. What exactly have you been doing all this time?
Well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely in Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
At least he
managed to
admitted
finish
it, I
the book
guess.
off, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Divine Halberd, an ominous sword, Mir and Wei Yang. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes, nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? Words fail me. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
I understand the sentiment, but help would have been nice.
How?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation.
Is the ending of the book good?
It was rather good. Thanks. I only hope that as our plan reaches its denouement, it too will live up to its expectations.
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on? No fair. So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
We do stand a
Think
truthful
about
king,
it.
you're right.
Gentry Moutsai goes
Also,
searching
hello,
for core
Kricketoo.
lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui.
Yeah, obviously.
He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns to disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him like this. So regardless of whether it is revenge or a swift resolution that he seeks, he is certain to...
So it was you! You were the one sticking your necks out for Chang the Ninth!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized the Feiyun
I'm surprised
Commerce
Fatui guy
Guild
came with
had
them.
been on an acquisition spree. Core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that. Explain yourselves. What is the meaning of this persecution?
We are not persecuting you, but protecting another, one to whom I am indebted. Upon witnessing an injustice, it is a perfectly normal response to rush to the aid of he who has been wronged. Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what's good for you. I won't beat around the bush. Master, if you please, seize their core lapis!
Oh, we are fighting. Oh, hello, tiny boy.
Rain outlines your fate.
I would like to burst.
Body and mind. Let me weave you a verse.
I should have waited.
Don't be such a brute. Let's spark things up a little.
Everybody stand back!
Can't run from death.
Oh my god, he died so fast.
Impressive. You are no commoners.
Whoops.
To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off.
Is it?
Poor Lapis is almost within our grasp.
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends to business matters only. I did not lend you my men to have them stir up trouble at your beck and call.
What are you saying? Master, everything I did with only one thing in mind. To complete the order.
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait. Master, wait.
Yeah, Bennett punched him and he just died.
What are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young woman, I am unscathed.
My lord?
Did we not see that coming? I kind of did.
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan and second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild manager, and I make no secret of it.
You're not very secretive.
Rats. I've been played like a fiddle.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lapis.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we? 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness? This is a malicious and calculated attempt to run me into the ground.
Deep
I mean,
breaths
kind
now.
of.
This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
I love this small child.
Fine. Have it your way. I'll find the money somehow.
I love this small child.
Happy now?
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business, and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny-speaking, book-reading, guhua
I love him.
Xingqiu are the heir of
Xingqiu is amazing. I
Commerce
loved
Guild?
him.
So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day? That was from your private vault?
Yes.
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his place. A classic 2 birds, 1 stone situation.
Don't you rich kids take calligraphy classes from a young age? That feels mean to ask, and I like him,
You're
so
too
I'm not gonna
kind.
do that.
You have valor in your heart, and that is worthy of admiration.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time!
Dude.
Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off!
Paimon.
Toast! And sorry, very sorry! Please don't hurt Paimon!
Paimon, I don't think he
Calm
cares.
down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill! Repeat, this is not a drill!
I love Xingqiu. He's great. Oh, I love him. Xingqiu reigns supreme. Absolutely. Oh, so funny.
Jokes
So
aside,
obviously
I have the
joking.
2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me.
I actually don't mind, because I'd like to go see Chang
I did
again.
nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The 2 of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day.
That is our usual
To have
plot
made
line.
Such
Yes.
valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
He's
My
really
lord,
sweet.
Forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever
This kid's
long
hilarious.
words, the
I love
fact
him.
is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to work.
What if I told you that a reward awaits you at Cheng the Ninth's palace, and not just his gratitude?
I was fine with just gratitude. I
Well,
really
that
was.
sweetens the deal somewhat.
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay.
Oh, I fully thought whenever it's like, it's about your dad, for some, my gut reaction is always like, he's sick or he's dying. I don't know why. Maybe that's like the anime nerd weeb whatever in me, but I'm always assuming the dad is sick or dying. He's just like me for real. I love him. Why didn't you tell us?
I didn't realize you weren't aware.
He
Thank
didn't
you
tell
in
us
advance for
either.
returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
Fellow merchants. Hello, Infinite Shadow. Sounds like Tails from Sonic? A little bit. I don't know who the English voice actor is. It might be worth looking up. Because I genuinely have no idea.
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Just a man who wants to keep his job and read his books. That makes me so happy. Good. That wasn't us,
Please
but
don't
good.
say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household
I'm
in
so
Liyue
happy.
back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our fortune.
Oh, that sucks.
Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this Corlapis deal. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would have become my final resting place.
Damn,
Wow,
that's heavy.
The second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here's your book back.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
No, he actually really enjoyed it.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is centuries old and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art.
Yeah.
And so it becomes a vicious cycle. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? You're the ones who've displayed a genuine sense of responsibility.
Yeah, yes and no, right? Because, like, we definitely did the legwork. But we wouldn't have had the Mora to do what we did if not for him. So, like, yes and no.
What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the Tevat Travel Guide, didn't you? I'll fetch it for you.
Aw. Have to do that? I'd kind of forgotten about
It's yours
that.
to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity.
No, I had forgotten.
My ore
I
is
really
sold,
had.
and my treasured books have returned. I can't believe it. What? What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
What is the bookmark?
Oh, nothing. That
What?
little rascal surely isn't.
Oh, he recognizes Xingqiu's bookmark. Interesting. Voice actor is Christina Valenzuela? Okay, I'm not familiar with the voice actor.
If you
Is
ever wanna
that
trade
that's the
tactics.
English voice actor, yeah? He is goals. He seems like a man who just wants very simple things out of life. He just wants his books. And I honestly don't blame him. And that is Bookworm Swordsman. I do apologize for that having to be split into multiple parts. We did need to start this quest to go get, to be able to continue the quest to help Ningguang rebuild the Jade Chamber. So I do apologize for that. Hopefully that that isn't like too jarring for you guys, because I know usually all of the stuff per one video is all in one stream. So I am sorry about that. There's not a whole lot I can do when Genshin doesn't auto start quests, but like makes me go do another quest first, but doesn't tell me until I'm halfway through the quest. It's one of my few gripes with the game so far. I'm still having a lot of fun, and I did end up liking the quest. I was just a little miffed at the beginning because I had to do that. So, yeah, but I still enjoyed it. So, as per usual, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I won't leave you for too long. We are uploading twice a week at the moment, so please stay tuned.